is this good?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, good value. Thank you. So I'm gonna get to the last one of the 10 commander decks that I've built from the last of the 10. 270 card per guild, super cube, 2,700 cards altogether. And this is Orzhov. This is what I would say it's my favorite. I shouldn't play favorites because I want all 10 to be well balanced. I think this one is overpowered the way it's built. And so I think this will be the deck that never gets more power. It's always going to be beating the other decks, and then I'm going to be taking cards out and weakening it instead of making it stronger, just to reach a power level that is sort of similar across all the 10 decks. The commander is going to be Tasha Karlov, which is the one from Allegiance, Ravnica Allegiance. It doubles the triggers on Zulaport Cutthroat and Blood Artist and other cards in here. You know, when a creature dies, something happens. Well, if it dies, that triggers twice. And the tokens you control have Vigilance and Lifelink. That's not, I mean, some of the tokens that I'm creating already have Lifelink, but that's a great card. Definitely the commander of choice. This is the old incarnation of Blood Artist. Whenever another creature is put into a graveyard from play, you may gain 1 life, but you're not hitting for 1, you're only gaining 1 life. Still pretty good. Sacrifice on a stick. Don't know how incredibly broken it's going to be in this deck. It could be one of the cards that I take out if this is one of the enablers that lets me win against all the other decks. Fantastic, because when you tap it, you can remove a counter from a planeswalker, and it's got extort, so you're constantly doing the you gain 1 life, your opponent loses 1 life. A life linker, and then also you can embalm it, so you can create a copy when it dies, bring it back. Eternalize, so it comes back, you pay 5 and you get a 4/4 black zombie. Fantastic card. Needs no introduction, one of the cornerstones of this deck, cornerstones of the theme of laying down a bunch of critters and killing them, and then you kill your opponent with the triggers. Love to do it. Whenever a creature enters under an opponent's control, that player loses 1 life. That's nice. Same, the lose 1 life, gain 1 life theme. Now from War. War's got a lot of really good cards. Death Touch, Lifelink. What's not to like? The other half now, unlike, so very important difference between Blood Artist and Zulaport Cutthroat, or another creature dies versus or another creature you control dies. This is way better, of course. But yeah, so Zulaport is only going to gain you those triggers if your creatures die. Sack another creature. This card gets protected, so you can keep it. Tap a big creature for 2. Pay something and deals 2 damage. Yeah, nice. The card that got the error, this is the correct one. 2/3 error, and I think so far I've only been able to pull it from the Fat Pack, from the Magic 2020 Fat Pack.
No, you got a second one.
From the second Fat Pack.
Oh yeah, you got 1 from each Fat Pack.
Yeah, I cracked 2 Fat Packs, and I'm planning to crack a 3rd one. Just because. Why not? Yeah, each opponent loses 1 life. It's not bad. When it's dealt damage, you may destroy target non-land permanent. Great card. Very difficult to play around. This is a foil Brimaz. I pulled this foil Brimaz in Born of the Gods pack, where I pulled, I think it was the red-green god, if I remember. So yeah, I pulled 2 mythics, a mythic and a mythic rare out of a single pack. I've done that twice in the 7 years that I've been playing Magic. I did it with Shadows over Innistrad with the Big Angel and something else. And the Big Angel was normal, and that something else was a foil. So yeah, and I put him in here, even though this guy is the cornerstone of a cat deck, and I'm not on cats. He's still really good, so he's here. And then things are dying left and right in this deck. And so you can do the little pinging thing, and you get scry 1 when you sack a creature. And it doesn't attack, but it's indestructible. When it does, it's got menace, and something died, and things are going to die. And because it's indestructible, it's not going to get wiped out when you destroy all creatures for your triggers. Flyer, every single time you ping for 1, gain 1 from Battle for Zendikar. Theros God, whenever another creature you own dies, which you're going to do a lot, it's indestructible. Return it to your hand unless target opponent pays 3 life. That's quite the choice. When your opponent casts a non-creature spell, ping for 2, gain 2. Fantastic. Love this card. From the Guild Kit, Haunt, which is not one of my favorite abilities, but still. So when the creature haunts dies, you get something. Yeah, that's good. Look at somebody's hand and get an instant or a sorcery out of it. The other Tasha, you sack 3 white creatures and you exile target creature. It'll be your tokens. I wouldn't do it on good white creatures. And then whenever another black creature you control dies, you get a token out of it. Yeah. The cycle, put 1 in each deck. Each opponent discards a card and you gain 3 life. Very good. Sack a creature for 1, exile this card, return it again at the beginning of the next end step. It's a way to protect it. And when it enters the battlefield, of course, so protect it, and also to continue to trigger the 1/1. So you're going to sack another creature anyways, and then you get to do the trick. It comes back in and hits for 1 and you gain 1 life. Do a bunch of stuff when you cast a non-creature spell, and you will. Tap a creature, give this guy a first strike and lifelink, and you can also protect this card. When you get to control at least 3 other creatures, so this will be the 4th one, you can attack, and for 4 you can create tokens. They have vigilance, not lifelink. A great way to boost your black mana. All your manas become double mana. So yeah, this card is fantastic, and it's got Extort, one of my favorite cards of all time. This deck has a lot stronger, in my opinion, cards than most of the other 9 decks. So it'll have to be tuned down instead of tuned up. When you gain life and you're doing that a lot, this girl is going to get a lot of counters. Lots of counters. Deals combat damage to a player. That player discards a card, and when it gets whacked, you get 2 tokens back, and they're flying tokens. You can embalm it for 6 to get a copy of this card. And you can tuck a non-land permanent when it comes in, and it's already a 5/3/4 flyer. Upset that from Ravnica 2, which was super annoying to play against and very effective to play with. It does the constant exiling business. And so when it enters, it's a 2/2. You gain 2 life and you ping for 2. And it always self-exiles. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You may. No, it doesn't always. You may. So you choose whether you want to do the trick or not. That's great. Fantastic card, a little on the heavy side. But yeah, 5/4/4 Vigilance lifelink. Tap it, pay 7 life. Destroy target non-land permanent. That's great. Extort for all of your creatures, man. I mean, when this thing lands, it doesn't do anything. It's a 2/7. It doesn't even fly. Oh man, your extort triggers go through the roof. One of my favorite creatures of all time. It's here because I love it. I don't really care if it fits or doesn't fit the deck. Right, Mom? Yeah, it's not that important. But yeah, it drops a bunch of tokens when it attacks. Yeah, it's
Hey,
great.
Dad, there's
Great.
a glitch going on in Pokemon the trading card game. Oh, never mind. I was about to say that they gave me infinite Unified Minds packs because the number wouldn't go down.
Yeah.
But then it just said.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And it went to 0.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic card. Your creatures are going to die. You're going to get to draw a card. I mean, what's not to like? You're creating tokens.
Those 32 packs online for Unified Minds,
Yeah.
they were terrible.
Oh, that
We
sucks.
only got 2 GXs.
Wow.
Out of almost a booster box.
That can happen. Yeah.
Just got 2 tag teams and that's it.
Well, we're going to crack
We got
more.
like 10 hollows.
We're going to crack more. Deal 1 damage to that player whenever it draws a card. That's good. It's still heavy. It's a 5-drop. Destroy target creature and its controller draws 2 cards. I would do it on my own. Yeah, it's perfect fit. Perfect fit for this deck. Yeah, so try to undo some hexproof and you can exile target creature. That's nice. A little heavy. 6-drop. It would definitely stay if I was trying to underpower the deck. And then I've got 3 Sorens. This deck is really strong. Just because I got lucky and pulled Sorens throughout the last 7 years. So the one from War, it's a 4-drop. And you give your creatures and planeswalkers lifelink. And then plus it deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Minus you can reanimate. Yeah, that's nice. Then the one from Cans of Tarkir or Dragons of Tarkir. I think it's Cons. Throw down the vampire tokens. And it gives you an emblem. And your opponent's going to be left without creatures when you're done with it. And then the one from Shadows over Innistrad. You can dig cards from your deck. Yeah. Deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker. You gain X life. And then the ultimate. Yeah. So whoever has the highest life total, if they have like 15, you drop 15 tokens. Fantastic card. Okay, we're down to spells, draw cards, lose life, scry 2. Great card. Draw cards, lose life. Same theme. Destroy creature or planeswalker for 3. And then for the aftermath, exile a card from a graveyard and create a token. Not bad for 4. Classic. Drop tokens. Do it again. Yeah, a classic. Kill off your blood artist and gain a bunch of life and hit for a bunch of life. Destroy all creatures, gain a bunch of life. This could be one of the cards that goes out if this deck is too strong. Tutor, always good. Exile en masse, maybe a little too strong when it goes against all the other decks. Then your participation double cards, they all suck, but I love them anyways. The uncommon one from Ravnica 3, and then the fuse one from Dragon's Maze. Not to be spelled M-A-I-Z-E, but M-A-Z-E. The charm, I put one in almost every deck from Ravnica 2. Fantastic card from Shadows over Innistrad. Exile target non-land permanent. You lose 3 life. Great card. More draw 2 cards, lose 2 life theme. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Great reprint. Exile target creature or planeswalker. This deck's got a lot of heavy hitters, man. A lot of heavy hitters. Boost all your tokens. Another classic from Innistrad block. When your opponent draws a card, you get treasure tokens. boost your own creatures, hurt your opponent's creatures, do some exiling, do crazy stuff end game, and then the Signet.